So guys, moving forward to the second question. First one I've already solved and that's already been uploaded. So now moving forward to the second question, which is a continuation of the first problem that we did. Tried and True's accountant suggests that monthly rent and hourly wage rate also be factored into the productivity calculations. Annandale pays the highest average wage at $5.7 an hour. Blacksburg pays $5.5 an hour. Charleville pays $5 an hour. Danville pays $4.5 an hour. The cost to rent store space is about $1,600 a month in Annandale, $2,100 in Blacksburg, $1,000 a month in Charleville, and $800 a month in Danville. The first question that comes here is which store is most productive, and the second question is tried and true is not sure. It can keep all four stores open based on the multi-factor productivity. Which store would you close? So when we talk about multi-factor productivity, the basis or the understanding there is uh, the total dollar output made by the total dollar input made. So when you so I've prepared a table here. So given also the formula, what how do you calculate multi-factor productivity, which is total dollar output by total dollar input. So what we have here is Annadale has a sales volume of $40,000. It has labor hours of 250 hours, and cost per labor hour is given. Similarly for Blacksburg, Charleville, and Danville is given. So first we will calculate what is our labor cost for each of the location, right? So for Annandale, the cost would be how much? It would be 250 hours multiplied by 5.7, uh, which is the labor cost per hour. Now that comes out as $1,425. Similarly for Blacksburg, the costing would come out as 60 hours multiplied by 5.5, which is equal to dollar 330 dollar 330. Similarly for Charleville, it comes out as 500 hours multiplied by 5, which is equal to 2500. Then for Danville, it comes around 200 hours multiplied by 4.5, which is equal to $900 as a labor cost. So now we have labor cost for each of the locations. We also have the rent available with us. So when you add up the rent and labor cost, we get the total dollar input which was made at a particular location. So for Annandale, it comes as 1600 plus 1425, which is 3025. That's the dollar input for Annandale. Similarly for Blacksburg, it is 2100 plus 330, which is $2430. Moving on to Charleville, the costing is $1,000 plus 2500, which is 3500. Similarly for Danville, the costing is 800 is the rent, 900 was their labor cost. It comes around $1,700. So as I have given the formula below, to calculate multi-factor productivity, total dollar output divided by total dollar input. So now we have total cost, which is the total dollar input. What was our total dollar output? The sales volume that we made, that each of the location made, is the total dollar output. So the multi-factor productivity for Annadale would be 40,000, which is $40,000, which is their sales volume, divided by $3025, which is their cost. So the multi-factor productivity for Annadale comes around 13.22, and then the multi-factor productivity for Blacksburg is $12,000, which was their sales volume, divided by 2430, which was their dollar input. Now the solution to that is, so the multi-factor productivity for Blacksburg is 4.94. How it comes is 4.938. I have assumed it as 4.94. For Shallowill, it comes as $60,000 divided by 3,500, which was the input cost, and it equals to 17.14. Similarly, for Danville, the total sales volume was 25,000 and the costing was 1,700. Now that equals to 14.7. So what do we conclude here? Annadale has multi-factor productivity of 13.22. Blacksburg has the multi-factor productivity of 4.94. Shallowill has the multi-factor productivity of 17.14. And Danville has the multi-factor productivity of 14.7. So which store is most productive? For 17.14, Shallowill, which has the highest multi-factor productivity, is the most productive store. Right? So most productive store here is Shallowill. And its multi-factor productivity is 17.14. Now the second question is based on the multi-factor productivity, then since tried and true is not sure that it can keep all 4 stores open, which one would they close? So the one with the least multi-factor productivity should be closed. So which is the least productive here? So the least productive store here is Blacksburg, because the multi-factor productivity for Blacksburg is 4.94, which is the least among all the locations. Thank you guys. So we have completed the second question also. I'll be moving forward to the third question in the next video. All the best. Keep moving forward.